G'day everyone. Barkarati is now brought to you by Disruptor Marine Marketing, using AI to help your marine business grow. And our friends at Radix Nutrition, the most technically comprehensive nutrition products ever to exist. Unlock your potential with Radix. G'day listeners, welcome to Barkarati the Sailing Podcast. My name is Jordan Spencer and it's that time of the week where we get to hang out with some really cool sailors, but of course I have to share the mic with my two idiot mates. So first off, let's welcome Mr. Brett Perry.
Greetings, exalted one.
BP, how are you?
I'm bloody great. Well, it's extravaganza of sport this weekend, not non-sailing sport, I've got to say. Netball on Saturday, and as the official under-13 coach of AFL today, getting out there and ripping it up with the teams, having a ball. Weather was perfect.
And your ruck is still the standout player on the team?
The ruck, well, she's best on ground every day. But I can't vote. She's my daughter. No, look, it's a beautiful day here in Sydney as we record. You look all rugged up. I don't know what's going on up north.
I've got a very thin vest on. It's like it's not but that is rugged up. Actually, that's midwinter for Queensland. So yeah,
we've got that lovely sort of autumn weather here in Sydney, light westerlies and sunny. It's beautiful. So that's time of recording.
All right, and as to our exalted comrade, man with the voice, the ORC World Champs are right now. Long distance race, I think, just finished. So, no sign. So, it's a momentous day, Mr. Perry. It is a momentous day.
Well, obviously, you called me Mr. Perry.
I know. We've had some real discussion. We discussed on the show the other day that we're going to have to come up with a super sub. And I want to say to all the people that volunteered themselves, we got a few people putting their hands up, suggesting that they'd be the perfect person. Well, I appreciate it.
There was a bit of a back reason for a lot of these people ringing up, and it was kind of like they were all after the reverse curse.
Yeah, that too.
You can't if you become a super sub, you can't give yourself the reverse curse.
I don't think you get the reverse curse from being a host. No, I've never really thought it applied to us. But anyway, but. We did have lots of volunteers and nominations and so forth, but when it came down to it, I think I pitched it to you, BP and Bicey, is that there was one person and one person only for my mind. We wanted someone with credibility, and we wanted
someone to make us look good.
Yeah, raise the standard a bit, and I think we found that. We'll introduce our new super sub. We'll have a full title for this person. I'll just give them their sting and they can hear it for the first time.
You guys know how it's hard to be friends with me because I'm so awesome?
Can we welcome to the show Stacey Jackson, super sub Stace. Stacey.
Super sub Stace. How you going, Stace?
Oh, guys, you put the bar up too high. I'm worried about that intro.
You're just too awesome to be friends with.
You guys know how it's hard to be friends with me because I'm so awesome?
So we're just highlighting I haven't got many friends.
We went negative.
No, we know you've got heaps of friends, but you're still awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, guys. I'm pleased I won out over all those volunteers, and I'd like to know that list actually of people who wanted to be involved.
Yeah,
just so I've gone over everyone.
I hope you've got nothing to do all week.
Yeah. So for poor old Stace at the moment, so with the super sub role, I threw you onto the WhatsApp chat, but we haven't put you onto the emails yet, and we haven't sort of gone through actually what's involved or anything. You've just said, yeah, no worries, I'll give it a go. And so we'll try and...
It's about 25 to 40 hours a week. There's a lot of research involved. Obviously, that's probably the biggest part of it, but it's the lack of sleep, when we're doing different hours. That's the hard part.
That's the hard part, the record.
I really feel like I should have read the fine print before I did commit to this.
No, you've signed, so bad luck.
You've signed. it's unlimited. So for our listeners, Stace, let's just we've had you on the show a couple of times. So episode 126 and 314 from memory, where off the top of my head, yeah. You just you ripped us apart in episode 314, just doing the cross promotion and self promotion, which we loved. We thought that was hilarious. And
I mean, I'd never just interrupt and start talking about one of my own businesses. You know, that's not what I do. Not yet, anyway.
Well, you know,
later.
You've now got an international platform to spread all your businesses. You only did it for one episode. Now you can do it every episode. So that's a no-brainer. But I'm just trying to think. So you're a Queensland lass.
Yeah, born and bred in Mooloolaba.
Literally where I live. So dinghy sailing, ocean sailing, foiling, round the world, Ultims. You haven't done Sail GP. There's a weakness there.
No. Yeah, I know. I did get to work with the Shore, like the tech team in Sydney one year. I was part of the wing team, which is, you know, goes nicely with my sail making skills. So that was cool, and it got me a little bit, a bit of an insight into what happens at Sail GP. But sadly, never had a chance to be involved in any of the sailing.
So your real job is a glorified seamstress?
Yeah, pretty much. I can sew in a straight line. It's a skill.
And all the safety training as well, of course. Oh, and of course you took that all-female crew to second overall in the Hobart, which was, you know, we were cheering like crazy when that was going on. So on the Alive, I think, from memory.
No, that's actually a sore point. Alive won.
That's right.
And I was on World Oats 10.
That's right.
But thanks for bringing that up. The therapist says it's okay to talk about it now.
So, so from a credibility perspective, you've probably raised it again for our show, so much appreciation. But do you want to, what is your favourite thing about sailing?
Wow. I think it's just the range, and you've just listed all things that I've done throughout my sailing life and career, from learning to sail in a sabo right through to sailing around the world in a 100-foot trimaran. You can do it at whatever level and whatever extreme choice you want to make. And that's what's brilliant. So it's sailing's open for everyone. And I just think it's such an inclusive sport and such a fun sport.
Nice. That's well said. I'm a big fan.
Except we end up coming across some real characters while you're out there too, you know.
Yeah.
Talking to two of them right now.
Well, one of the things you're going to get now, Stace, of course, is people send you all sorts of videos here at Barkarati. Some we can't put to air and we can't share, but like our friends on Final who are doing the IOC. Thanks for all that stuff in the middle of the night you were sending through to us, so that's much appreciated. I'm sure my wife was quite happy to receive it in the wee hours, the videos.
That is. Now.
Yeah. So for us, it's an exciting thing. So what, for the listener, with Stace, obviously Stace is a pro sailor. And you will not be able to do everything that we need. You know, if Bicey bails, and you might be doing the same event as Bicey, so there is a chance that there'll be a double bail.
We might have to have a super sub.
A super duper sub, I think.
There we go. A super duper sub.
But anyway, what we're looking
actually, I've got a suggestion for that super duper sub, and she's already given me a hard time, and I might have leaked to her that I was coming on as the super sub. Katie Spithill.
Oh.
Not at all offended she hasn't yet been invited on the show.
Katie who?
Yeah. I know you might not have heard of her. She hasn't done a great deal of sailing at too high a level, but she's pretty good for a chat.
I was trying to sell her boat the other day. She's got the Green Turtle, the F16, I think. I think she's got, that's Katie's, isn't it?
I believe so. They've got a fleet of them. It's hard to keep up.
And I knew it was for sale, and I was talking to someone. I said, "Oh, yeah, ring Katie Spittle. She's got a nice boat for sale." Luke Ratcliffe right about now is going, "Jordan, what about my boat?" So all their 16 guys. Sorry, but anyway, so yeah. But no, Katie would be a good one. We haven't actually touched any of the Spittles. I don't know why.
I don't think you're meant to.
No.
Just straight up no.
Look, just for the listeners, I'm sick, just so you know. So my brain doesn't go too well when I'm sick. So if I make a mistake, just blame chemistry. Right. Can we talk about... let's just give this listeners a bit about what you've been up to. Like the Famous Project, we've got to talk about that because we were trying to send messages to you in the middle of the... where we're in the middle of the Indian Ocean, I think, or the Southern Ocean at the time. And I don't think they got through, unfortunately. We were trying to catch you as you went across the bottom of Australia. But Famous Project, can we talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. That would have been well received, I think, right about then. I think we could have done with a bit of a morale boost at times. It was, like I joined really late. I joined 1 month before our standby period started for our start window. Which is like a lot of things I've done. I tend to stops you being able to overthink it too much if you just come in hot and do something like that. The girls had done a lot of preparation already, so it wasn't a risk or anything like that. But I mean, being asked if I wanted to sail around the world on a 100-foot trimaran nonstop. I mean, how do you I had to jump through some hoops to try and make it all line up and be able to meet the team. And I just did whatever I could to make it happen because I really wanted to be involved. And I mean, it's everything that you think it would be and probably a whole lot more. I
want to know about the whole lot more because here's my not whole lot more. I've got, broad reaching in about, 30 knots of breeze, nice sort of relatively, handleable oceans, sunny, sort of tropical weather, but then there's the whole lot more. Now the whole lot
that's
more.
That's like a minute of the race, by the way.
Yeah, that's my point. The whole lot more is Southern Ocean in 40, 50 knot dead downwind with horrible seas and all sorts of calamity going on. That's what I think I and the listeners want to know about. So could you elaborate a little bit on the whole lot more?
Yeah, I mean, so Dee Kafari, who was our number 2 to Alexia Barrier, the skipper. She said to me the first time that I went to the Southern Ocean, which was with her in 2015 on Team SCA in the Volvo. And she said the Southern Ocean is the best and the worst sailing you'll ever do. And by far, it is the perfect explanation of the Southern Ocean. Because Jordan has a best on a 24-degree day in Queensland. The Southern Oceans is about 2 degrees temperature. We're Queenslanders up here. We don't cope with the cold. So for me, that's a big challenge. And it's grey and it's just a little bit miserable looking. But the wind and the waves and everything they're strong and they're from the right direction and they go for days. And, you're surfing these waves, which sounds awesome when you're in a yacht. When you're in a trimaran, it's a little bit, it adds that little holy shit factor basically to it. But we.
What was that noise?
No, hopefully that was Jordan.
Jordan, what's going on at your end? You've got a little bit of noise, and it came in right at the time when she was saying she was going downwind, and the audio went.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Listen back; it'll make people laugh. It was just when Stace was saying she was going downwind, and there was, I'm imagining her going downwind in sort of 30, 40 knots into the wave in front of her.
Yeah.
And she went.
Pretty much what you do, to be honest.
I could imagine. I mean, like I said to you, and I've said this to quite a few people who've been on the show who have sailed these boats and who've sailed the AC boats, and very few people on this planet get the opportunity to sail one of those boats. And I just think it would be the wildest, as you just said, the best and worst of your sailing.
Yeah, for sure. And look, to be honest, the Southern Ocean was actually it was all working for us there. We had a lot of gear failure on the boat, but for this period of the Southern Ocean, the boat just went, all right, well, I'll let you off. We'll give you a free run without breaking everything, and we'll get back at you in the Atlantic.
Wow.
the boat did not like the Atlantic. Something was off there, and that's where we had all of our troubles, both going south and north. So, I mean, yeah, Southern Ocean was pretty enjoyable. You learn this new feeling when the boat starts to accelerate and you're going 32 knots, 34 knots, 36, and you have this quick little boop, 40 knots, and you get this whole new feeling. It's it's terrifying. That was that noise again. You get this whole new feeling of excitement / a little bit of fear at the same time, and it's it's truly, like you said, it's people give to do that. Before us, an all female, because we were all females, we were 8 women on board. Before us, Tracy Edwards had taken a team in, I want to say 1995. Hopefully that's correct. But they got dismasted. They didn't quite make Cape Horn. So we were now making, so with our 8 women on board and the 3 women who've already finished the Jules Verne, we now make 11 women who have sailed nonstop around the world on one of these maxi multi-hulls.
Wow.
Great achievement.
Wow. I mean, so good. You don't look at those hundreds and think, oh, this is going to be pretty easy. You just see like just maxed out, stressed out the whole time, I would imagine. Like, did it have even, what do they call it? Where the mainsail, you've got that automatic, where it lets the main off automatically if it get your boat heels to a certain angle?
No, so this was an older generation boat. So it was actually an IDEX Sport that held the record until just recently it was broken by Thomas Cavell. But so it was very, very manual. There was no hydraulics on board. It was all sheets in winches in self-tailers. We had systems where we could put things in cam cleats so we could quick release when we needed to. Yeah. So no, it was very manual. And one of the biggest challenges with a race like that is keeping the boat in ship shape to make it all the way around the world. And Adrian Cahalan, who was previously the most recent Australian to have completed the Jules Verne before I got to do it, and she said to me, she gave me a few words of advice before I left, and one of them was saying that the hardest thing is keeping the boat together, and that's our challenge. Because you can always slow down the sailing, you can work out how to get around sailing wise, but you need to keep the boat together. And we ended up working pretty hard alongside our shore team with support on how to do a lot of it. But yeah, we made it, which was it was
wild. We were definitely excited. Obviously, there was issues in the last part of the race, and ultimately the attempt was now just finishing, and that was still. I mean, that still is the biggest effort. I mean, I don't think there's too many people on this planet that could say, yeah, we sat around the planet, like it's just wild.
Yeah, I mean, going into it, we had 2 goals. One was to make the start line, and the second one was to make the finish line.
Yep.
So 100% success.
Sounds like a Sydney Hobart.
Yeah. Yeah, just slightly a bit longer, unfortunately.
I think we need to...
Two best parts of the race, the start and the finish.
Yeah.
I mean, yours is longer.
It was an amazing project, and I think we need to acknowledge the skipper.
All of the girls, yeah.
I know, but I think the sacrifice, that was her dream, wasn't it? Like she sacrificed everything for that.
Yeah, I mean, Alexia's invested time, money. Her entire life has been based around trying to achieve this goal, and I mean, the endless hours of chasing sponsorship and whilst also running the team herself, because she couldn't just pay other people to do stuff. She was still doing it all herself because, as we know with sailing, it's a never-ending battle to find funding, especially when you're setting off to do something the first time, and it was highlighted how our budget must have compared to Thomas Cavell. He finished the day before we did. He went around inside and actually broke the record, which was quite exciting. He had 16 chase boats, 16 of these most Gucci-looking ribs all lined up, and they had flags flying, and all the guests and sponsors were decked out in the wet weather gear. And when we came in, we actually borrowed one of their ribs to help us get us onto the dock, because we had 2.5 ribs at the time. So it does show like it is a huge task to find funding to be able to do something like that. And I mean, credit to Alexia for doing it and never giving up, because it looked really rough at the start of last year that she'd sort of abandoned the attempt. And then she got sort of momentum going with sponsorship and I'm super grateful, and we all are, all the women on board were, because it was an opportunity that just doesn't come along, and you can't sort of you can't underestimate how much work it takes.
100%.
How was it received? Like, is it sort of been forgotten, or do people like we're still sort of fanboying on it a bit, like that? I'm intrigued as to once you step on shore, France. I assume in France where you stopped, that it's pretty big news, I would imagine.
Yeah, I when we arrived, it was a great arrival. Brest, it's always raining in Brest in France, so but it still a lot of people turned out for our arrival, which was really cool. It was a raining Monday. The day before was a sunny Sunday, and the guys arrived. We've got to go, but we did keep telling ourselves they were just the warm up band for us, and we were the main event. So it was really cool to see the amount of people that were there and supporting us and celebrating our arrival. We had plans for quite a bit of fanfare, even going up to Paris, but something political happened that week in France, so sport gets sort of eliminated pretty quickly, unfortunately. But I think in France it's been a great reception. In Australia, most people just kind of wondered where I went for a couple of months. So maybe I got the chance now to spread the word what I've been up to.
Where's my kit bag that I ordered a while ago? I keep getting a message on her phone, but I can't get her.
My business partner at the safety course was like, "Where's my helper gone?"
I was actually thinking about Mel as you were making that joke. I was thinking that poor Mel, she's away. She's answering the phone.
Yeah. Mel's learned how to lift a life raft into a car by herself, because I'm never here to help her.
Wow. Well done, Mel. That was very cool. And I think, as you said, you've gone around the Volvo a few times, and so you've done quite a few laps of the world now, which I think as say you're a young teenager or in your Sabo the first time, that would never have occurred, would it? In your mind that was going to happen.
What, in Sabo?
Yeah, probably a bit far to go into Sabo, but yeah.
Look, I've got two idiots to deal with again. I can't win.
I mean, like, for sure, like that's what I liked. Like early on in my Sabo, in the canals of the Lullaby River, I could sail somewhere, and I sailed to my friend's house. She lived on the canal. We'd sail somewhere else, and that I was always like, well, you can go places when you go sailing, and that was always the biggest intrigue for me with sailing, was to go from A to B. So then that's why I became obsessed with the Hobart race, because you actually achieved something. You went somewhere, but then to think that you can actually sail the whole way around the world. And I got onto it pretty early, watching the Whitbread on the Sunday afternoon. They had the 30-minute episode, each week. But I mean, nonstop. That was, I don't know if I'd ever dreamt that, because I'd always dreamt about doing the Volvo and things. But I always thought, nonstop, you don't really need to do that. I mean, you could just stop and party at every country around the world.
As we did. So, of course, for listeners out there, Stacey and I worked together on the same team, and she just lobbed up, and she was on the floor doing the sail making, and I'm there rigging, and never really thought much of it. I didn't think I was in the presence of superstardom, but it was one of those things, like when we're working in the industry, you're just sort of going your own path, and you were well and truly sort of starting your career then, and it was like here you went from there to there and from here to there, and all of a sudden you're doing what you're doing. So it was pretty cool.
Actually, in that Volvo campaign, that was with Telefonica, I think.
Telefonica Blue and Black, yeah.
I learned a lot in that few stopovers I got to do with the team.
What, up for Stuart Gray?
Yeah, one was how to really
Nathan Quirk. I mean, come on, right? Stop there. I know you were teaching them.
So we had this. I was on the night shift with Stuart Gray and
I remember
and
in
Lockie.
India as well. Yeah. I remember in India one time.
And we, you get a little bit bored on the night shift. Like, we had a lot of work to do, but you still had to have a little bit of downtime. So we took to the effort. We turned everything upside down in BP's rigging container.
Oh, that'd be right.
Unscrewed his whiteboard off the wall, screwed it back on upside down, and I don't think he received it too well, to be honest. We were all pretty tired. We were working long hours.
It was brutal, and well, this is one of the things we talk about as well quite a lot on the show, especially for the youngsters. And you were a perfect example of that. Is you get in there and you just give it a crack, and you've got to work hard. But there are times where tipping whiteboards upside down and basically moving tools from one place to another is a good little trick.
and especially after a couple of days when you'd given up on us fixing it, you wiped it off and wrote it back up. and then that night we're like, okay, he's been nagging us, we'll turn it back up the right way.
Yeah. Oh, that's gold.
No, Stuart and I got on very well because we actually formed a band together, and I was the front man and he was the drummer. So he was just keeping me in time, and I was the one out just losing it and just taking it, going to the edge, seeing how far I could go. And so he was my moral support and sort of baseline, but it was fun.
Yeah.
So it's one of the things that's different about this episode for you, of course, is now that you've seen the run sheet. So every episode we do a run sheet. Well, I do a run sheet and try and build up all the topics. So, the conversation.
AI. Surely you're on AI now.
Don't touch AI. I don't want to kill any trees. But yeah, so I write the run sheet, and it just gives us sort of pathways and all the key topics we want to get to. And this run sheet, I did keep maybe two things off the run sheet just to surprise you with, because I just wanted to see that. So I don't want to just talk about women and sailing and all that sort of stuff. So I just want to ask you, how are you better than Bicey?
Well, I've 100% turned up to every episode that I've been invited so far. I haven't missed one for a long lunch in the Caribbean or whatever the excuse is this week.
Yeah.
That's got to be.
I was when I was writing the run sheet today. I was last night. I was thinking about that movie. He's just not into you when it came to Bicey.
Yeah, perhaps it's you and not him.
It could be. But yeah, I think from that perspective, it's going to be great. I think we need to bring you down a notch though, because we've talked you up a little bit there, and we've done the old how awesome you are.
Got a feeling I know where this is going.
So. Do you want to ask the question to yourself and just see how right you are?
So, Stace, can you explain what went wrong in the Brisbane to Gladstone yacht race?
Almost exactly right. I was going to say, have you read the sailing instructions? Do you want to tell the punters what boat you're on and how awesome that boat was?
I had an absolute record blasting race on Back to Black, Sean Langman's 40-footer it was part of the Australian team for the Admirals Cup last year. I have to say it's a weapon of a little boat. It's 40 foot. It's got about 40 centimetres of freeboard though, so that's already one of my rules broken after sailing around on a 100-foot trimaran. But it absolutely rips downwind and on a reach. So much that we got to Gladstone with over 2 hours lead on corrected time. We finished second across the line to a 100-footer, and we beat all these 50-footers there to be informed when we got there that we had missed the very first mark of the race.
Not just the very first mark. Let's just reiterate that.
It was the mark is about 60 metres across the start line, and we happened to be on the wrong side of it, and therefore we were disqualified from the race.
I caught up with Shane in the Commodores Cup just last week in Southport Stevens, and I didn't bring it up. I did not bring it up. I mean, because I've got a great working relationship with Shane, and I was actually pretty sad for you, but the whole crew, because the effort that you put into something like that, for something like that to happen. And I mean, I've been there and done it on one of my projects, and you get there and it's just like hollow feeling. It's all that work, all that effort, and I just didn't want to go there. But you've got to, I guess there's a time where you just got to have a little bit of a giggle. You got to turn around and say, look, oh well, we fucked up.
Yeah, pretty much, and we did, and we as soon as it was brought to our attention, we went straight into the protest room. Our statement was, okay, yes, we acknowledge, we now realise we had missed that mark. It was certainly not by any intent to have missed that mark. Jordan, you were probably silently trying to send us in the other direction. I was. On that, and I did manage to eventually watch the starting footage. And we barely were on the wrong side of it too. We really didn't have a lot of sailing to go. Look, it was a combination of mistakes and and what a lot of people said is, wow, you really gave us a sailing lesson how to get there. But we also gave everyone a really good lesson is you just got to cross all the T's and dot all the I's.
100%.
With the paperwork and whether it's the entry paperwork, the safety gear, or the reading the notice of race, or the sailing instructions. It's all part of the game. And sadly, and we got all the comments on Facebook. You should read them. It's fun.
all the legends, all the legends.
The legends, which I don't think I saw any of them in the race, which was fun. But
you learn pretty quickly to not listen to them.
yeah, exactly. But to be honest, I mean, it's a real disappointment for Sean and the cost that goes into doing a yacht race for owners. Delivering it from Sydney to Brisbane just to do this race, which I think is a huge effort. We need more people to be willing to do that sort of thing, to travel to do races, and to then, the expense, we went on a truck to get it home because it's probably a little far to sail that boat upwind to get home. That is all a big effort for a lot of people. So, I really felt sorry for Sean, and he didn't get the trophies to walk away with. But I mean, if you do like sailing, you would have noticed we did a really good job getting there. And,
yeah, absolutely.
It's a shame we had that mistake at the start.
We've all been around a long time. I guess what Sean's probably take on it, and I don't want to be speaking for him, but I would suggest he would pull the team aside and say, look, we had a great sail. Let's just think about the sailing, try to put it out of your heads, because there's no other way around it. I mean, that's what you got to do.
I mean, we were 18 miles behind a 100-footer when they finished, and we were ahead of TP52s. I think we did it in 22 hours, which is not my fastest race, but because I've been on bigger boats, but by far in a boat that size, and it's, if you've ever done the Brisbane to Gladstone, for the listeners, well, I mean, it's Queensland's great race. So if you haven't done it, you got to go and do it just once. It is the coolest race, other than that 2 years ever, I think, in history we've had to go upwind. Yep. So sorry if you did that one and only
I've done that one.
Yeah, it's not pleasant.
That's because Jordan was in it.
Yeah. As soon as they put me, even the commentary. I called the other one, I think, where it was we had the light wind start, but keep going, because it is. We crap on this show always. It's one of the ongoing lines about I talk up the Brisbane to Gladstone, but it's genuinely. It's the perfect race. I mean,
our trade wind sea breeze is southeasterly. The courses are perfect. Sort of 140 true wind angle until it gets a little bit tight on the beach. You scrape past the beach, you get a great view of the Fraser Island on your way up. It's nighttime for most boats, but and then round Breaksea, and then you get this big run across the bay, across the paddock to the entrance to Gladstone, and then there's another little tricky bit of navigating to get up to the finish. It's got everything you want, except for, Gladstone Harbour's not the greatest place to sail up. It's not quite like sailing into Hobart, but the race itself has got all the challenges, and it's 310 miles long.
Yep.
Perfect.
And the yacht club's unreal. Like when you get to the yacht club, it's a ton of fun. Absolute ton of fun. But yeah, that it's quite tidal as you come through as well, because the water does flow straight through. So you got to time it perfectly, and you guys absolutely did. So just all I've got is this vision of just whitewater just flying off the side of that boat for 22 hours, basically.
I mean, it doesn't fly off the side. It sort of just comes straight over it and straight down the rubber seal of your weather jacket. I mean, it's a wet boat. It's a seriously wet boat. It's a little boat. I mean, like, and that's what we kept forgetting because we were just ripping the whole time. But and then at one point we weren't quite laying the beach at Indian, which is classic in that race. You sort of get always a little bit headed on the beach. So we came up onto a jib, 2-sail reaching, and just smoking, like super impressive. So, I mean, Sean's got some exciting times ahead with that boat, and hopefully it doesn't tarnish his opinion of the Brisbane and Gladstone, and it would be great to see him come back for another one.
Sailing instructions. All I can say, I mean, as the listeners know, I was doing the commentary, and there was 2 things I saw in your boat, and I said straight away I was sitting there going to myself, they don't have the sailing instructions on that boat. And it was just sad. It was just sad. I felt really bad for him.
It's quite unfortunate. Sean, being a big multi-hull sailor himself, had pushed for a long time to join multi-hulls and monohulls together. Yeah. And this mark that we have missed, for those who are following along and aren't quite aware of our mistake we made, it was one starting line with halfway down the line, just onto the core side was a mark that monohulls had to leave to port and multi-hulls had to leave to starboard. I'm not sure why we need to be separated. I feel like 2026 we could just intermingle. I don't think we can't.
We've got to start inclusive. This inclusive attitude, like this exclusive attitude. They're just like us. They are just like us.
Different start times and stuff like that.
They're human beings as well.
Yeah, they are. And I have to admit, I have to agree with that now, because I've done a little bit now.
What is it? LBGT plus and cats.
Multis. They're multis, not cats. Multis. Yeah, we've got to cover all that. Yeah.
So poor Sean, he did push for the inclusiveness, and then this is what I noticed. Yeah. So we had the picture, but not the wording for that point on board. Yep. So that was our troubles.
Well,
next year, onwards and upwards.
Yeah, onwards and upwards. And for Sean, for the challenge, Brady Whitbread, the gentleman who owns Kerr, the boat that won in the end, I think he's got an even hotter, faster ride in the 40-foot range coming. So bring the boat back. You can race each other at full noise. Like, it'll be unreal. So...
yeah, I mean, the 40s are the new 50s right now. So there's a nice little fleet building in Queensland as well as Sydney. So, I mean, bring them all up and let's all race next year to Gladstone.
I think we might discuss that little thing in a minute. But very cool. Actually, now let's be positive again. Let's give you a bit of a plug. There's 2 plugs I want to make sure you get across. One is the Women's Champs, the International Women's Champs, the inaugural International Women's Champs with the New York Yacht Club. That's coming up in September, and the Australian team has literally just gone to the media to tell everyone that they're formed, and you're part of that team, Stace. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And by no means did we rush that through just so we could talk about it on the show tonight. I mean, it's not like I'm just going to make a shameless plug saying how, we're a team of 10 women having to travel all the way to Newport, Rhode Island to sail in the inaugural International Women's Championship, where we'd love some support from our fellow sailors or anyone out there willing to support women in sailing. And if you want to know more about it, go to Women Racing on Instagram.
And if you do want to support, it's fully tax deductible. So on the Australian Sports Foundation phase, which is great because, some people out there are earning too much money and you need to get your tax down. So what more better way to do that than support sailing? And so that is very, very cool. Pretty good team. I'm just going through the names. So there's Katie Pellew, Katie Spithill, Emma Coral-Roberts, Claire Costanzo, Juliette Costanzo, Nina, Eva Curtis, the mother of, I think she's got 2 little ones now, Abby Ella. Oh, Abs.
We put in.
What's the laughter, Abs?
Don't upset her.
No, I know. She's doing the pits as well.
She'll look at you with those eyes, and she doesn't have to say a word.
I still got some PTSD from looking back at her in the pit. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep, we all suffer it. Alice Taranowski, Tara Blank-Ramos, Stacey Jackson, and Sarah Parker. There's a team. Hey, wow, that's cool. That's so cool. And
to be honest, we're really looking forward to the event. I think it's going to be great. It's in sort of aligned with the amateur regatta they run every other year at Newport, Rhode Island. So, but this one, all women's, first time. There's 20 teams invited. There was 50 teams gave their expression of interest, and they managed to bring it down to 20 teams. So we're going to have 20 one-design boats on the water, fleet racing, on the bay there in Newport. It's going to be dream regatta. We're really looking forward to it.
In the IC37s, BP, got any inside info?
Yeah.
What's that?
They're sailing in the IC37s. I thought you might have some.
Well, I mean, they're doing some sailing on the boat. There's quite a lot of action going on with my little boat. It's a great fun boat. And the thing is with this boat, it's the right size. It's still you got a bit on when there's a bit of breeze. I can tell you that much, though. It's still, you've got to do it all right, but it does all the right things. It's a good boat.
Yeah, well, we've got actually in a couple of weekends' time, we've got a training weekend down there at Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron.
Yep, on Matera. Yep.
Yep. We're looking forward to that. Well, that will be our first time on the boat. The girls, I was away, but the girls had a training session on the Maconochie 38, which is sort of what we've cut our teeth on as a team. So we're hoping that we can just sort of translate our skills across to that boat and looking forward to it. But we are actually, I have to say, we are one of 2 teams from Australia that are going to this event.
Correct.
Karen Gornich has a team, and she's going to be representing the Royal Sydney Yacht Squadron as a team. We are a bit of a mixed team. We're mostly from the RPA. Most of us have come out of the youth development program there at the RPA, and then we've got a few CYC people sailing with us as well.
And Abby.
And of course Abby, she's our token Aussie who lives abroad. So
married to a German, lives in England. Yeah, she's that's great. I think that's pretty exciting. So if people do want to support that, jump straight onto it, because I think it'd be good just to help from the start, I reckon, rather than wait. Just jump straight in so they can just do all their training and make it easy and know that everything's sorted. So that is it's women racing, I guess, is the
we were coming up with our team name and everything, and I was always told when you name a team, you got to describe who you are and what you're doing.
Right.
So we're women racing.
So Barkarati is 2 idiots and a normal person talking shit.
Yeah.
Talking, yeah.
I think it's a great time. The women in sport we're trying to raise the bar the whole time, and this regatta is going to be a great opportunity to highlight. There's a lot of skillful women around the world. We've certainly put ourselves with our best foot forward with our team. I think since we've been putting this social media out and you actually see the list of names together, I'm like, well, we've got a pretty good team.
Yeah.
So, we'll get some training on the boat. Super Coach BP is going to come down and help us out. And he doesn't know that yet. I've just invited him.
When are you coming down?
2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. Week after next, we'll be there. See you down there. So, I mean, it's exciting time. So, yeah, if you're into supporting women in sport, we're a great platform you can support.
I love it. Yeah. And again, tax deductible donation at the Australian Sports Foundation page. All right. Very cool. I feel like we wanted to plug that. And then I guess the other thing we need to touch on, one of the reasons you're here is, apart from your wit and charm and humour and experience, is the fact that you're at the cutting edge of our sport, still doing it, racing as a pro, doing lots of different things. So that's your program ongoing, isn't it? Obviously, you've got your 2 businesses. I can't remember what they're called.
Oh, that'd be Naughty Bags and 27 South Ocean Training for all your safety course needs.
Well done.
It's going to be a mouthful if I then got to talk about the women's racing Newport Yacht Club International Women's Regatta. I've got a lot to plug.
You've got a lot to plug. That's right. That's right. Well, it's good to be popular, but that is the thing. So you're racing as a pro. You know, you teach people how to go offshore and be safe, and then make all the kit they can bags for all their kit and all the cool stuff on the boats. So you're busy, but then you've got to get on a plane and do all these amazing races and regattas, and so that's going to be part of the super sub role. Like I'm hoping that you'll give us some leads to some interesting stuff and some behind the scenes stuff. But that's for the listeners out there. Stacey's still racing.
Yeah, still racing, still accepting jobs.
Still accepting jobs.
Now there's another plug. Me.
Yeah. Well, you can contact her at cheers@barkarate.com. We only take a small commission.
Actually, yeah, reach out at cheers@barkarate.com if you don't know Stace, and you want to, because she's done everything. What about? Can you just talk about your favourite boats, Stace? I might have asked this one question. I can't remember.
Well, maybe if you have, I think I've got a new favourite boat right now.
Oh, it's a GP42 called Back to Black, or is it a trimaran? An old term.
Actually, I've got 3 favourite boats now. But one is the Jolt 52, which I and here's a little shameless brag that I did the Admiral's Cup with, which we were fortunate enough to win. But I have just done a training week in Valencia with them, in preparation for the Sardinia Cup, which is coming up.
Oh, unreal!
And I just love sailing on that boat. I am forever a mid-bowman. Haven't aged out of being a mid-bowman yet, which is fun. But I really love the job on the boat because I'm super busy. Like, you always think, oh yeah, just do the mid-bow, but on a boat like that, I'm running the sewer as well, and I'm just like, some days I come up and the guy's like, "Oh, where have you been?" Because I've just been inside
running tapes,
stuff.
Just running tapes, doing my job.
Running tapes,
just running tapes.
But the fun thing with that boat is it's not just like a super serious boat where we're running tapes and zipping kites. We do all the reaching angles and peeling staysails and zeros and fractional.
It's a lot to think about, isn't it?
Whatever you call them. Yeah, so it's actually really fun, and it's sort of, for me, it crosses over that offshore sailing into a 45-minute race around the Cairns, and I just love that. I love the frenzy. I love the never really knowing what tide we're on or what tack we're on because I'm down below, but just working your ass off to do a really good effort and get around the course smoothly.
Very cool. And so Jolt, I think we can order. Is there any other boats that you want to, or did I guess them? The GP, I guess the other two.
I mean, that's a cool boat. Like, it's though when I was going around the world on the trimaran, when you're on a 100-foot trimaran, you're about, I don't know, 4 meters above the water, sea level. And I'm like, this is I like this. This is a nice way to sail. And then you get an hour of standby on your watch where you can just hang out in the cuddy. So you're within this nice little dry, you got your feet up on the seat across from you, you're having your lunch or your hot drink or something. I'm like, oh, indoor sailing is also quite nice.
Yeah.
I think I might like that. And then, of course, we watched an envy of Thomas Cavell and his guys completely indoor sailing on their Ultim 3. So I said, right, going forward, I'm going to finally learn a little bit as I'm maturing in my sailing. I'm going to sail with freeboard, and I'm going to sail indoors only.
Yeah.
And then the very first boat I got on was a GP42, which had about half a metre freeboard, and if you went inside, you were just as wet as you were outside. So that's gone out the window. But super cool boat.
I think you did that. Didn't you do the Brisbane to Gladstone once on that HH42 once?
Yep. Yeah, I've had a few attempts at that.
That thing's completely underwater almost, isn't it? Bugger all freeboard on that thing.
Yeah, that's actually. I feel like it's got a little bit more freeboard than Sean's boat, but perhaps that's just the situation at the time.
Right. Fantastic. Oh, okay. And I've got sort of one more that I want to ask while we're picking on you. Is there one person you always want to beat, and why is it Nick Bicey?
Oh man, I mean, of course, I always want to beat Bicey.
Oh, it's going to be really a big rivalry now, though. Like the banter will be full bore now.
Yeah. I'm quite excited about this. Actually, I hope they're doing the Sardinia Cup on the final. Do you guys know that?
Haven't asked.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe
Haven't spoken to him.
maybe if he ever comes on the show, we could ask him, eh?
We should put it on the WhatsApp and see if he responds.
Or maybe we just contact Final Finals Instagram account and
they listen religiously. They'll send us a message straight away. We'll be fine.
Yeah, that's right. After this little chat. Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah, of course we're doing it.
I reckon it'll be within an hour. We'll get a message. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. Well, I look forward to beating him at that. But yeah, is there one person that I always? I mean, everyone. I just want to win. So I mean, you got to beat everyone. But you can't put me on the spot like that.
I guess I was looking like it's kind of a way of signaling you, like the person that it's probably the person you're closest to in many ways. Sometimes it's that person you put out there. So it's not a negative. I wasn't intending it as a negative.
Okay. Yeah, well, I am back in the 52s on the weekend in Pittwater in Australia, which I've missed that class for a little while. So perhaps there could be some good rivalries between boats. In that, I might see where we stand at the end of the regatta before I pick who I want to be beating.
Hold that thought. Just hold that thought.
Oh, I can be post results answer.
Well, yeah. Now you can sort of you can line it up. Now you can have a think about it when you're at the end of the weekend.
Yeah, perfect.
Because most of them will know you're on bar karate now, so they'll all be sort of hunting for it.
Yeah. Conversation.
Maybe
I think.
Now you got to be careful. It's like a rabbit putting your head up out of the hole. There's farmers waiting to shoot you everywhere.
Oh, excellent! I look forward to it.
Very cool. Yeah. All right. Well, we don't have to stop because you're one of the hosts now. So what we'll do?
Play the music though.
Yeah.
And in other news,
before we go into it, I do want to highlight that, of course. With all the sailing you're doing, Stace, of course, you'll probably have access to our friends at Radix Nutrition and their Vitality system built around structured system of functional nutrition designed to support energy, strength, mental clarity, and resilience. It includes foundational breakfast, precision protein drinks, structured savoury meals, each playing a distinct role in supporting vitality both every day with an elevated demand. And all you have to do is go to Radix Nutrition and type in Bar Karate, one word, to get a 10% discount on us. And whilst we're talking stuff and talking about all your businesses, Stace, if you are in a marine business and you want to get the most out of your work from reputation and word of mouth, but you feel like you're missing out on leads or not following up fast enough, then Disruptor Marine Marketing has a system that fixes that. They install a 24/7 AI receptionist, so you never miss a call. We were calling it the buy spot, but he's been missing a lot of calls, so we'll call it the stay spot. Never miss a call or inquiry again, and they set up a referral system
malfunctioning.
that will double your referred leads within 60 days, or you don't pay. So if you want to go to disruptormarinemarketing.com.au, doesn't matter where you are in the world, and Disruptor is spelt DISRUPTA, get to a free 30-minute demo and see how it'll make your business much more profitable.
They can actually plug your business better than I can plug mine.
Yeah, that's right. There you go. Nice.
Very good.
Right. That's Stace. I'm excited, Stace. I'll be honest. I'm super keen for all this. I feel like we're being blessed here.
You guys know how it's hard to be friends with me because I'm so awesome?
I feel like we've really stepped up a whole nother level. Other news. Etchel Worlds. Anybody interested in the Etchel Worlds?
Love it.
Yep.
Love it. Haven't looked at it. I don't know what's going on. But I know they're getting ready for it.
It's next week. It's this week coming up. Etchel Worlds. What's going on?
San Diego.
San Diego. So Bill Hardestay's stomping ground, friend of the show, and former world champion.
Got a few bar karate going over.
Yeah, there's quite a few. So I think it's about 70 entrants, 12 different countries, 76 teams representing 12 different countries I found on the press release, which I just dug out. So Bill definitely, he's on John Dane's boat, Dangerous. Rick Merriman's there. Oh, James Mayo and team. I'm not sure who's on board with James on that one.
Lammy's there, and there was a bit of a crew shuffle. GT's obviously not there because he's fathering a child, but I don't know.
Hey, lots of be safe, Vic. Love you.
Yeah. No, I don't know who the third person is, but no, it's all good. There's a bunch of them going over. Obviously, JC Strong's going over. Sorry.
She's determined, that lady, isn't she?
Yeah, they're going over. Obviously, with the team. So there's quite a few of them.
23 champs: Becky Anderson, Victor Diaz-Leone, John Summy, and Will Ryan. Yeah.
Oh, Will Ryan's got the gig.
Yeah, he's been on that boat for a bit. So, anyway, so those worlds are on coming up. So Etchel's back and underway, starts Monday, May 11th. So a couple of races each day for that one. So that's a big one coming up. Another one is the NACRA and 49er Worlds. We've been rabbiting on about that for a bit. So if you're in France, go down to Quiberon.
Spell that.
Quiberon.
We're 2 weeks out.
Australian, we say Quiberon.
Yeah. That's true. We're 2 weeks out from Act 1 of the America's Cup. The AC40's out to play.
That's going to be an interesting one, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Any dirt? Anybody?
No dirt, but I believe that we could have a super guest to go alongside our super sub coming up in a week or so. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, America's Cup related guest? Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Assuming everything falls into place, yes, we'll do.
Well, that's right. I mean, there's a lot of stars that have got to align with our show.
America's Cup.
It doesn't matter what we do; it's all about the universe. Trust me.
We'll do a couple of America's Cup episodes, I think, as a build up.
Right.
And then we've got and we still got to give a time to that big person that we have to do as well. So that's another one. UK Cape 31 season started this weekend, actually.
Well, they're waking up to Sunday as we record.
Yeah. Day one was overnight. So
yeah, love the Cape 31s, and outstanding looking little things. So yeah, good luck. And we know that UK season's a pretty intense one. So definitely, they probably don't fit your criteria anymore, Stace.
Yeah, they don't have freeboard or any indoor living, but I mean, they are still pretty cool boats. So, yeah. I mean, available.
I love it.
The only reason you're here?
Yeah.
I think it is the major motivator, is my guess. But all right, cool. So some good events coming up. Unless any others anyone's got they want to mention at all?
Oh, California Race Week next week.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, you'll be off too.
Yeah, I'm going to that. So I'm doing that, and then obviously, in preparation for the big one. But that's going to be a fun week.
Very cool. Enjoy that. Listener Jack Lloyd, listener of the week, presented by our friends at Vicobia. I noticed their bump hats are all back in stock. I saw that the other day. So the bump hats are back in stock. If you send us something at cheers@Barkarati, it's the best place to send it to, cheers@barkarati.com. And the best entry for the month will win a couple of $100 worth of Vicobia.
So this is going to be a bit of fun for you, Stace. Obviously, you're flying blind with this one at the moment, because we're going to have to bring you into this little patch, if you like. But each week, obviously, we get a bunch of emails, and there's some funny ones. And so go on, Jake. Off you go.
I'm just going to do a couple this week. One, Stace will be able to answer out and give us a lot of detail. You ever heard of a guy called Barry Schoenenberg, Stace?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Just a heads up, Southport Yacht Club IRC Super Series. In light of the many conversations on your show lately regarding yacht clubs adapting to the needs of sailors and emerging fleets, we've created an IRC Super Series within our annual offshore series. With some of the most competitive 42-foot racing in Australia at the moment, Black Diamond, Touche 42, Wedgetail, Aramac, Shining Sea, Charisms. I'm sure there's a letter missing there, almost a 42. We're constantly looking at ways to get more yachts and sailors racing. Throw into a mix the TP52, M52, formerly Maritimo 52, our Cape 31 T-Rex, recently second overall in the Cape 31 Nationals, and also Yendi's, the RP50, as well as a flurry of other competitive IRC boats. With an annual offshore program of 17 offshore races in our series, True Ocean Racing, we have put the challenge out to the other boats in the regions. Let's Get It On, Curb, Stratacare, Flyaway, Paul, and other boats up the creek in Moreton Bay who are interested in just locking in these 6 dates to get out there and compete with us. This is the 6 dates for the IRC within our greater fleet for some impressive prizes, proudly supplied by our sponsors, Highfield Dinghies. Oh, they're very cool. Daily prizes and also $1,000 cash prize for the overall winner. But more importantly, the bragging rights of beating some of the best boats in the series. Just as a laugh, to not burden the overworked marketing department at SYC, we had a bit of help from Chatty G to make the promotional posters, and that just stir up a bit of shit show. So many Karens were not impressed. Posters are made to be seen from a distance. Doesn't look too closely until there's a sailing-specific AI app. Oh, I see, Chatty G. I didn't pick up on that. See, I don't use AI at all. We'll just agree to have a bit of a laugh at it when you look too closely. Okay, so, there's an AI poster here that is, gotcha.
Well, there's a shitload of luff sag in the jib. And they're all sitting to leeward and to windward. Anyway, it's a good photo.
We're happy to do emails like that to promote events and clubs and stuff. So feel free to send them to us because the whole show exists to promote sailing. So and we also get a classic exponent of promoting. So
yeah. I mean, he's not wrong. There's a great little 40-foot fleet in Queensland, and it's growing. And if we want to have a traveller series where the outsiders can join it, it would be great to have the more boats. It's always fun for racing.
Very cool. Thanks, Stacey. Are you going to say anything there, BP, or should I jump on?
I was going to say, we get quite a few regular emailers, and you've got one here from Mark Disney. If you want, I can run through that because I've got a bit of a funny one on that.
Okay, go for it, bud.
So Mark Disney, he's a regular. He used to sail one of my minis, but he loves the show, and he's a regular commentator. But he's a bit worried about the Bicey. So we're a little concerned, only a grain of concern, though, about the lack of visibility of the PTB, of course, part-time Bice. Even Mr. Schaefer has tried to track him down. Now, Mr. Schaefer is probably our number one listener, Stace. And if Mr. Schaefer can't find you, there's something really wrong. Anyway, new game, everybody. He's come up with, think of it as a global version of Where's Wally? The show gives a special mention to any listener who can provide photographic evidence that the PTB still exists and when and where the photo was taken. PTB will now have a planet load of Karatians, bar Karatians that is, hunting him down and sharing his movements. Sleep well, Bicey. So we've got to imagine Bicey at a regatta with lots of people coming up to him taking photos and saying, we're going to get in touch with the show. And so look out, Bice. The word's out. We're hunting for you. We need to know where you are.
I'll make sure the next event I'm at with him, I'll bet a crowd rolling.
Just non-stop take photos of him and just go, look, here's another shot, another opportunity, bit of a selfie.
It would be pretty funny if you had like a whole paparazzi sort of thing going on.
Could you imagine?
That would be pretty funny.
But with the big cameras, like the big ones, and microphones, as he gets off the boat.
Or just mobile
microphones.
That's all we need.
Come over the top and go, so Mr. Bice, what
I wouldn't call him Mr. Bice. Anyway, the last photo of Bice is from the sewer on final in the middle of the night.
I did see smirking away.
Very cool.
Anyway,
now, you will notice on the run sheet that I have changed the title of this segment.
We got a man down, dude.
Oh, got the wrong one there. We got a man down, dude. That was quite appropriate. I'm not on the right page, that's why. It's got too many pages.
Well, I don't know when you ever have been, to be honest.
Anyway, I've changed the title of this episode.
It's hot time.
It is officially now without Bice. Right, so hot time without Bice. So we've moved on, Mr. Bice.
I thought it'd be better to be hot time with Stace.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to do that. I actually tried to think of a song that would work. Instead of hot time, I was trying to think of something, but I couldn't come up with something in my adult state. But Stace, you've got the run sheet in front of you, have you?
Yep, got it here.
All right.
Do you want to
Let's
lead
throw
this episode or this segment?
I might need to be the apprentice for this one, I think.
Okay. So basically, you get to throw the topics instead of me crapping on all the time. So, and so if you've got anything specific, you can lead it. But otherwise, BP or I can take it if you're not ready.
Well, I'm going to jump in with, I'm going to start at the bottom of the list, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Cole Tapper and his guys and his crew winning the Congressional Cup. Like, what
nice lead in. Nice lead in.
Yeah, what an absolute team of champions to win such a cool, prestigious event in the match racing circuit. And Cole's 23. Unbelievable. He's up against these guys at the Congressional Cup. These guys, they've done it for as long as the regatta's run. And so a young team come in and, they fought hard through the ranks to get to the final and to win it. So, you got to give them a shout out for that.
Yeah.
He's been on the show, so he's utilising that bit of experience.
Yeah.
Well, of course. I actually think that's what powered him through.
It's reverse curse.
Highly likely. It's highly likely.
I think it's the first Australian to win that event since 2004. So Pete Gilmore days. But he beat Eric Monin in the final. Pretty much, I think 3-0 basically. But
fantastic.
Yeah,
and knocked number one out in the in his semi-final.
Yeah,
as well.
Eric's the defending champ, but for both Eric and for Cole's teams, they were both down love 2 overnight. And they had to win 3 races in the semi-final in a row on the morning, and then went through and then faced off. So they both did that. And then ended up facing each other in the final. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I did see a lot of people getting quite excited about the one locally. So, yeah, thank you. That was a good one, Stace. Big event.
Nice.
Any more you want to go with? Or you're just going to throw that one?
The double-handed worlds, they've just opened the expression of interest for them. I did participate in the event last year.
Correct.
in the Sunpass 31 designs.
Mm-hmm.
And have you sound? I was hoping someone was going to help me how to describe them.
I've got a brick wall behind me for a reason.
Yeah.
That's where I hit my head on.
That's a little. Challenging. It's BP, you can talk about two-handed sailing and the challenges behind it. And those short offshore races where you've just got to go, like there's no off watch, you're just sailing for 19, 20 hours and you're a zombie at the end of the race, is hard if you're in a good boat.
Let's leave it at that.
Exactly. Super challenging event. And, it's in Marseille this year. It was in Cowes last year. So we attended it in Cowes, which was great because I sort of felt familiar having spent the season there. But Marseille will be another challenge.
Look, we love the format. We do believe that there's merit there, and obviously it was the take up was good, it being one design, and it going down that path. Obviously, there's lots of things to iron out. So let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, but if you want to enter, you want to put your hand up. The event's
absolutely.
in September later on this year, I think it's
We'll have a little chat off air, Stace.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we ever did Patreon, we would just keep we always turn the mic off as soon as we say we finish. Or if we ever wanted to do a Patreon thing, we could. There's so much that happens after these discussions. It's incredible. ORC, while you're talking about that, the ORC World Champs, obviously Bicey's off chasing around that. That started. There's not too much to report on that one, I would suggest.
Not at the moment.
Yeah, one race in, basically.
Drift for most of the offshore race. I think they've had some pretty light conditions so far.
Yep. basically one race in, so they got their onshore stuff. But all the cool boats out racing on that one. I don't really. I mean, there's ORC O, A, B, and C. So yeah, there's plenty of racing being done in Sorrento in Italy.
It's a great event. It's a great event. Very big in the European side of things.
Very strong for the Italians.
What's that?
Very strong for the Italians.
Yes, but no, it's a huge fleet turn up. So it's a great event.
And I've sort of taken over again, Stacey. You wanting to say anything more, or are you happy at the moment?
No, I think the Sal GP's had a little bit of action overnight for us.
It was good, wasn't it? Did any of you guys seen it? Oh, it was really good. So in Bermuda, obviously, beautiful water, good breeze, like perfect breeze. They're on their mid-rigs and fully powered up. I think 100% foiling, full noise, really strong performances. There's been a few injuries, unfortunately. Ashby went down running across the tramp, and I think I reckon he might be like me. He's got a dud knee now, which will mean, sorry, Gleno, but you're going to put on about 20 kilos and get grief from your wife. But at the moment, so going after 4 races, so they did 4 races. We lost the Swedes because I think. They had a little thing. Their forestay mount snapped, I think, so they didn't get to race. Ashby was on the French boat. The US came out hot at the start.
Talk about super subs. The Ashby.
Oh yeah, super sub. Yeah. He's a talent. But the US, I got to say, I've talked up the US a lot over the years because they're such a good team, but they're actually having a lot of success at the moment and starting really well. And they're lying 3rd overall after day one, and then it's tied at the top with the Aussies and the Spanish. And the Spanish look really fast. The water's pretty flat. They're flying the boat super high. The Aussies had an 8th, and the only reason they had an 8th is Tommy. I've discussed this with Tommy. He went out of bounds just to try and reduce a manoeuvre, I would suggest, and he also had a port starboard, which I don't think he meant to have, but yeah, so that pushed them back down a bit deep when they were looking pretty ominous in that first race. But then, yeah, a first and a second and a first.
So it's something to look forward to in day 2.
Well, there's some clear standout boats at the moment, but if hopefully Artemis gets back on the water, Artemis. Did I get that right?
Yeah, Artemis. Yeah,
had a mental blank. Then I just went blank. Thank you. But so that'll be good. But yeah, there's some really strong performances out there. There's a couple of teams have gone up and down lately. It's been the British team. I don't know what's going on. Anybody want? They're not having the best time, and it hurts for them, I think. I like Dylan a lot, so and yeah, that team are all good people, so I'd like to see them do really well. Same with the Danes, same with all of them. They're all good people. So anyway, but yeah, good watching, really good watching. If you haven't watched it, jump on. It's on YouTube. Yeah, but yeah. Round 1 of the TP52 Super Series. Stacey, you're going to be the world expert on all this.
I mean, I haven't, to be honest. I don't know the results.
Sled actually dominated.
Sled won. Yeah, sorry, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, 42 points. Then Platoon Aviation in 51. Then No Way Back in 52, which I think that's basically most of the American team, isn't it?
The old Quantum Racing.
Quantum Racing. Yeah.
Nice paint job on the boat.
Yeah.
Given away with the silver and put like a yellow on there. It looks good.
Yeah. But the Sled, she's smoking at the moment. I think it's the same boat from last year, but they've done a bit of a sale program. But anyway, that's the first of the series. So,
well, getting ready for the European season and obviously the North Americans. It's all happening. So and then we've got a little bit of break here in Australia before we head into the northern stuff. So it's all exciting.
The other one I want to mention is just in the IMOCA 1000, Sammy Goodchild with the win there. I think that's super cool. So Sammy is really stepping up. And then Corinthian Hulou, and then Violet Dorange. I think that was super cool. So I want to mention Violet. She's third. So that's the first of the single-hander races.
What were their names again?
Stacey's volunteered to do that. I'll do Sam Sommer Gushald.
And I'll you go second, Brett, and I'll go third.
Oh, mate, no.
Yeah, that shot you down, didn't it?
Tomo, it's just easy, you know. Tomo Coville, mate.
Yeah, that's it.
Tomo, Steve-O.
Yeah. Anyway,
but I think like super impressive by Violet to get a third place in this race. You know, she's stepping in some pretty big shoes. She's filling Sam Davies' spot on her mocha, and I think that's super impressive. Like Violet's, I mean, she's already proven herself, you know, her worth in the Vendée, but to then back up, and again another young sailor that's coming through the ranks. It's just, I mean, it's super exciting to think what she's going to be able to do.
Yep, I'm with you. Love to see it. Super happy. That's it for us.
Frankie, who's on the 11th hour race, 11th hour. You know, she just completed her first race as solo in her new IMOCA. So, and she got 5th. Which is, you got to be pretty happy with that first hit out.
Frankie, otherwise Francesca Klapich?
Francesca Klapich, yeah.
Lovely lady. Lovely lady. Yes.
We got a few guests coming up. We should reach out, Stace. You're the new tentacle, if you like, of
another
guests.
tentacle.
Guests, because we are a Kraken. We are a Kraken is our motto. So we should reach out to a few of these people and get them on, because I just love hearing from them people, especially the people who are, you know, putting their foot down now, because, you know, there's a lot of, you know, older people with stories, but there's some younger people coming through now that are super exciting.
Yep. Cool.
Yep.
Anything else?
No.
Successful start to the show, Stace. You're a natural. It's like
I said, all you got to do is turn up.
That's a good start, trust me.
Now, the only thing I'm waiting for is when I do the little sponsor reel at the end, is Stacey to jump on and do her little sponsor reel.
Hey guys, my microphone's off. Why'd you turn my microphone off?
No. Don't do that.
Bloody good. Great effort, Stace. Great to have you on board, and looking forward to some fun times. Jay, always a pleasure. Let's keep it rolling.
Very cool. All right. Thanks, everyone. Remember to go and visit our friends at Vicobi and check out all their amazing gear. And, of course, Radix Nutrition if you're looking to get fed. And then Disruptor Marine Marketing. If you want to win a couple $100 worth of gear from Radix from Vicobi, cheers@barkarati.com is the best way to reach out to us. We wish you a great week. Enjoy your sailing. Reach out. And let us have as much fun as possible. I was going to say something about you, Stace, but then I thought that was too mean.
You're okay.